All right, let's try this again. Okay. Come on. All right, we're trying to see if this shit work. All right. There we go. Sheesh, Louise. It took me a minute. But I figured it out. Your boy figured it out. All right. Excuse me. Sheesh. Been a long day. All right. We back live again. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. Appreciate everybody watching on Sportscaster. Y'all support me on Sportscaster. It's going. Oh, I see. I done messed up. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm glad I did do this. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. As y'all walk in the door, hit that thumbs up button. All right, let me get this together. 1 minute. 1 minute. Get the thumbnail together. I had to redo this. I already did. All right, give me a minute. And then we'll be ready in a minute. Give me 1 minute. We won't be long on this screen at all. At least I don't plan on being that long. Let me double check, make sure we got everything going right. All right, quite not. So give me a minute. All right, so make sure, give me a minute. We're about to start. Make sure y'all thumbs up, share the video. I gotta plug my phone up too. That is an issue. It's about to, it's low. All right, so hold on. 1 minute. Oops, nope. Give me a minute. 1 second. All right. All right, yeah, I gotta fix some stuff. Sorry, y'all. Mark, I see you. All right. So, all right, we good. So, give me 1 minute. Ooh, eyes itching. All right, so we should be good. We on Streamcaster. Shout out everybody watching us on Streamcaster. Jimmy, salute. Salute everybody on here, man. So, if you ain't checked out Sportscaster is going across your stream. It is www. or you can just put Sportscaster, CASTR.com. They are a sports streaming platform. I learned about this from somebody from my other channel. I cover the Lions and everything Detroit. Had me on their channel. His name was Lawrence Owens. You can check his channel out too. He works for Sportscaster, and obviously they're a YouTube alternative. They monetize from day one. I mean, if you like to go live for like football games, basketball games, it pretty much cover everything. They give you a live scoreboard, or you just want to do sports general talk like I'm doing now. They cover that as well too. So go over to Sportscaster if you cover the Cowboys, the Lions, or whatever you do. You want a YouTube alternative. They upload your stuff straight to the podcast. Check them out. Appreciate everybody that do. You can follow me at Sportscaster at Goodfella Sports with the @ and all that. That's going across your stream, so you can follow me over there. And appreciate it. They email me all the information I need. They help me. They shot me a welcome thing when I joined there. So if you're looking for a YouTube alternative, man, that's going from the ground up. They're gonna be pretty big as well too. Once more people find out about them. So y'all check out Sportscaster, and I'll say it again, Sportscaster, CASTR.com. Check them out. You can create today if you got a problem using StreamYard or whatever you want to use over there. You can use StreamYard, you can use OBS. You can use their own platform, and you can invite somebody so you don't need to pay for StreamYard. So appreciate it. Kobe 2K fan, MM Sports Talk, Short Sugar. He said, I'm on Sportscaster right now. Yep, I'm on live. It's actually CASTR, no E. But Paul, salute. Mark Columbus, salute. I'm over there. It's live right now. So I appreciate everybody that watching me over there, man. Appreciate them for having me and letting me build a platform over there. I'm always looking for, new platforms to look at. YouTube is, they got their own little games on there, man. But I do appreciate them for having me. So let me share this on the main channel so everybody know we live. And let me plug my phone up and we shall get started. So share this. Let me share this. So we're about to get started right now. So I'm gonna get my extension cord, plug my phone up. I got the computer charged. Gotta give me a desktop pretty soon. I think a desktop is eventually coming. Sorry, I got the fan going, man. It's about to be 77 degrees in Detroit in November. That's crazy. So, okay, let me kind of move some things around. I'm ready. No, I'm not watching Monday Night Football, but that is what it is. I might just move my football streams over to Sportscaster for those who care. But we're gonna talk about Brook, Crawford a little bit about Devin Haney doing his thug thizzle Saturday and washing Urich's Gamboa. I think Gamboa could have won 1 or 2, maybe 3 rounds at the most. Al Haymon, having the game on lock, and then we'll talk a little bit about, what should go down in the lightweight division between Teofimo Lopez, Tank Lomachenko, Devin Haney, and Ryan Garcia, and anybody else. But appreciate it. Don't forget you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We got a Facebook group link. All those links in the description. Don't need to pretty much do introductions. But hit the thumbs up button. Salute to everybody that's watching on Twitter. Salute to everybody that's watching on Sportscaster. And salute to everybody, of course, watching on YouTube. If you don't know, our original YouTube channel, it can't go live right now. So we on Goodfella Sports TV 2.0. I put the wrong title in. So that's my bad on Sportscaster. I was moving a little bit too fast. Oh, appreciate Jimmy Martin. He tipped me 20. Appreciate it. So I can't see the comments. I can't see the comments on StreamYard on Sportscaster, but I'll be looking on both. Shout out to Kobe 2K fan. He's checking me out on Sportscaster too. But yeah, we got Crawford and Brook this weekend. Look here, man. Where's Zapato? Oh, Zapato. Oh, he at my mama's house. He back with my mama. He came over earlier, and it's Zapato. I mean, Italian and shoe. We had a Bijan that was named Zapato, and he ran. They both him and his dad Blanco, which he was a $5,000 dog. They ran away with the other. I'm starting to kind of give it back. He ran away with his other Bijan friend Baxter. He was an Amish Bijan. He didn't cost as much, so they got caught by the dog catcher. They brought him back. Her husband at the time, he cut grass. He let him roam. Baxter family wouldn't let him take him again. Long story short, he lost Zapato and Baxter. Zapato was the little son Bijan. He lost him again, and then that was pretty much it. So we never seen him again. So my mom named Zapato again. He's a Labradoodle. That dog cost $3,000, $4,000 with the nuts. She got his nuts chopped, which I don't think that was a good idea. But yeah, he at home. He played with Mason and Miles all day, and they got a dog around the corner named Nita. They played all day, and he was knocked out when I took him home. But yeah, we got Crawford and Brook Saturday. That's a good fight. I didn't even know it was this weekend. I was talking to Lion Killer. Y'all can check him out on YouTube. He on a Sportscaster too, so pretty sure when Nate Campbell kind of gets situated, he'll be doing some things. He joined before I did, to be honest. But I told him about it, but they'll be on there. But But yeah, man, he told me, I was like, I didn't know the 14th was this weekend. It kind of went fast. He was like, yeah, the 14th, Crawford fighting this weekend. I was looking at this. I was like, ain't nobody fighting this weekend. Then he was like, Crawford. So, excuse me. So, with, they did the Relentless last night, and they kind of, it basically was in timeline, probably looking at his boxing career and him, basically speaking on his career with Andre Ward. And obviously the Monday Night Football game was a blowout, so I rolled over there because I was taping it, and it was pretty good. They showed his fights and stuff. So basically, Bob Arum trying to do anything to keep Terrence Crawford happy. It's just plain and simple. He just doesn't own anything else in the welterweight division. And right now, I heard they working on trying to get the Pacquiao fight for Crawford next, which I heard Mikey could be fighting Pacquiao, and then Pacquiao could be closing it out with Conor McGregor. So I don't know. So Bob Arum trying to throw a Hail Mary to save Crawford so he can stay over there. But Crawford got what he said, a few months, a year left over there. And he can move to PBC if he wanted to. It's not a guarantee that you're going to get the fights that you want. Errol Spence said it's up to Bob and Al to make the fight. Obviously, he never got Keith Thurman. It took him years to get Sean Porter. It took him years to get Danny Garcia. Danny said he moving up. Errol can easily move up. Keith can move up. Sean, he come over there. And ain't nobody at the welterweight division. So, he could make a mistake crossing the street. Don't mean they going to fight him. I mean, they can hide behind a promotional thing. But we know that all those welterweights, even Ugas, Sean Porter didn't want to rematch. They haven't fought each other in a timely manner. You think about it. They've been at PBC forever, and they ain't fought each other. So there ain't no excuse not to make a fight. Deontay Wilder gave Fury 50-50 twice, and they made a fight. You hear the rumors that Ugas and Keith Thurman could be fighting sometime this year. But, looking at this fight, do Kell Brook got a chance? Yeah, he's a former world champion. He can punch. He got a chance. You know what I'm saying? Crawford, if he do what he did versus Kavaliauskas, he can find himself on the canvas again. We know that. That's just common sense. Kell Brook, he showed versus Sean Porter. He can counter. He can time. He pretty much got some good boxing ability. He said he ain't got to do the same day rehydration clause, so he should be bigger and stronger. But bigger don't necessarily mean better. You seen when Onito Donaire, he came in 20 pounds heavier than Anuiwa, broke his orbital bone, but then again, he didn't have the speed, and he didn't have the stamina to really continue on. He said, "Oh, Kobe 2K fan on." He said they blocked the cussing now. That's good. So yeah, I can't cuss on Sportscaster. I mean, you can block it on YouTube too. You just got to do banned words. But J8 salute. But my whole thing is looking at the fight. With Terrence Crawford, he is his own worst enemy, to be honest. I mean, sometimes he try to find a way to challenge himself. He always gonna go for the knockout. So at least at the welterweight and below, he gonna go for the knockout. That's just him. He just got a killer instinct. He got a chip on the shoulder. So when you watch your Crawford, there's only one born Crawford fight that I've seen in my life, and it was the it was the Klimov fight at lightweight. So you're gonna get his fight, man. He's fast. He got power. He's strong. Only way he is worst enemy if he chooses to fight an aggressive fight. And when he fight an aggressive fight, he opened himself to get punched like Kavaliauskas. Sometimes he started slow. The Thomas Delorme fight, Hank Lundy landed some shots on him. I mean, Ray Beltran learning some shots. He one of those guys to get hit, and he want to hit you, go tip for tat. And when you get in the ring, if you can take a punch, when you get hit, if you ain't never been in the ring, when you get hit, sometimes stamina makes cowards out of everybody in boxing. So, a lot of times it'd be stamina stoppages, but it's hard to see a dude on this level like him get 6 straight stoppages, maybe retire KO. That's hard. When you stepping up fighting guys, you stepping up in weight and getting stoppages. Stoppages just don't come from power. It come from the counter punch. It come from volume. It come from pace. It's a lot of ways to get stoppages. Some guys just got that one-hitter quitter. Julian Jackson, Deontay Wilder, Keith Thurman when he used to sit on his spots. Some dudes legitimately can hit you and, hurt you. Some guys, they can hurt you, but they can't really get the stoppage. They ain't able to cut the ring off or they ain't able to really go all the way balls to the wall to really punish you. Crawford is one of those guys that he got the power, he got the speed, he got the IQ, he got the skills. He know how to get the stoppage. He a complete fighter. And a complete fighter don't mean you an A+ in every, area. He's just a complete fighter. It ain't too, if you got a weakness, he gonna figure it out. And with Kell Brook, he just don't have the feet to keep up. Kell Brook is a dude that he's a 1-2 puncher. That's what he brings to the table. He gonna jump in with a 1-2. He gonna time you with a 1-2. He can throw a left hook, an uppercut. We all can throw a left hook, an uppercut. But his bread and butter is the 1-2. His best thing to do in this fight is to bait Crawford to come in and have him open up and counter, especially if he's in a southpaw position. Use that straight right hand and counter Crawford coming in. But if Crawford, he got a 5-inch reach advantage, he got one of the longest reach in the division at 7'4", at 74 inches, or whatever it is. So if he come in and he able to stay at that safe zone behind his reach, Kell Brook may not be able to land that straight right. So he may have to jump in and take chances. And when you jump in and take chances, if you reach or fall short, you find yourself looking at the lights. So, it ain't no way he could beat Crawford from the inside or the pocket or the outside. He gonna have to beat Crawford just by counter punching. He gotta make him mad, he gotta make him come to him, and he gotta be able to let them hands go. That's what Kavaliauskas did. He stayed on the back foot and he threw 3 or 4 punches in combination. He was able to, get Crawford attention. Kell Brook gonna have to do what he did to Sean Porter, and then when he land, he gonna have to clinch and then just keep doing that. But the difference is Crawford is smart enough to make the adjustments. He's smart enough to make them adjustments, and if you make those adjustments, then you could be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? You can be in trouble. So he a smart fighter. Ball shot with clause that guarantees he's suspension. I mean, if it was that easy, I'm pretty sure a lot of guys would have guaranteed Keith Thurman. I'm pretty sure Errol Spence re-signed with Al Haymon and PBC. So yeah, he should really go into that fight, but he said on Relentless last night he would like to fight Pacquiao, Errol Spence, and Keith Thurman, and he will retire. So that's who he want to go out with. If he come over and fight Ugas, that's cool. But I think honestly he on his way out. Shout out to Jerry's kid, salute. I think he on his way out, to be honest. And when you're thinking about retirement, or when you're thinking about, you got a lot of time left in boxing, it don't really work that way. At some point, you get tired of running the miles and hitting the bag and taking the punishment, and really your money dictates what you can do in the future. Kell Brook getting $2 million. He no longer with Eddie Hearn. He is represented by himself. Boston Gerard say Danny moving up to what? A deluxe apartment in the sky. He said he moving up to 154 pounds to get a belt. Supreme Josh, salute. Appreciate it, Jab the like button. He said, reading between the lines, I got Crawford versus Porter and James to become a dispute. Who you talking about, James? Who? LeBron James? I know you ain't talking about no Jamal James. Jamal James might be about to fight Jerron Ennis if he can get past Thomas Delorme, his father was saying. So, hey, Boots Daddy, somebody I want to interview. Bo Mac was on Mike's show. Shout out to Mike on Sports. I like Mike. Y'all tell Mike, man, tap in. I'll do a stream with Mike. Mike cool as hell. He said they ain't checking for Ugas because they don't want his JV belt, but he said he's gonna send Mo Hooker after. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Apparently, Maurice Hooker, according to Bo Mac on Boxing Scene, was supposed to be fighting Robert Jr. at 145 in the winter. Presuming it's gonna be Hooker. It's supposed to go after Ugas. So, I mean, if he was to fight Ugas, Terrence Crawford, Ugas would have to drop that belt. Now, before Ugas got to fight with a Ramos, he could have fought Terrence Crawford for the real belt, but he opted not to. I do know that he wanted more money, and I'm not sure Bob gave more money, so he chose to go another way. But once whatever his name, Budapuev, he he got stripped of the belt. Then Ugas won for the belt. He think he a real champion, but he not. But he wanted to fight. He wanted to rematch Sean Porter, and Sean Porter said no. And my whole thing is, Kenny and Sean, how y'all gonna want rematches? And shout out to Sean, he got a nice little podcast going. How y'all gonna want rematches, but you don't want to give them? Mike, salute. Jamel about to put down. No, I think Jamel gonna get all the belts. Cruz, I think he gonna get all the belts, and then Danny gonna get a vacant belt. He won't fight Jamel. Hooker from Ugas a good scrap. Hooker and Rip Roberts Jr. good scrap. He said Hooker Bill Bunny to stay at 40. I mean, he need to get rid of his daddy. That's just my opinion. And I like him, man. I like Roberts Jr., man. I like them Toledo boys. He said, don't Ugas have a man? Who? No, he ain't got no man. I heard he could be fighting Keith Thurman. That's what I heard. That's what Al wanted to do. I forgot I got corned beef sandwich down there. I ain't even ate. Man, them dogs wore me out today. But, I mean, look at the fight. It's a good fight. I'm going to watch. Ain't nothing else to watch on Saturday. Depending on what the college football schedule look like. Saturday, I went to Benihana's. Shit, my girl was out of town, so I went to Benihana's. And then I watched a little bit of the fights, and then I turned to Clemson and Notre Dame. And people get mad at me because I said if Trevor Lawrence played, Notre Dame wouldn't have won. That's a fact. It was their defense, but Trevor Lawrence ain't taking no 2 or 3 straight sacks. Second and third overtime, but that's another conversation for another day. He said, how Ugas have a Mando and he have a trinket belt. True. But he do have mandatories for that belt, though. He was, whatever name, Boost Putin mandatory, and he turned it down. You think Garcia could take a punch at 54? Yeah, he could take a punch. If he can't take a punch at 54, it's just he too old. Yeah, Danny got one of the best chins in the sport. Yeah, Danny can definitely take a punch up. And you got to remember, the ounces go up by 2. So when you go up to 54, you fighting with 10-ounce gloves on. So they help absorb the punishment too. So you got to think about it that way. So he can take a punch. I appreciate Jerry's kid for the tip on Sportscast. Appreciate it. Love. He said, better boo after the guy Boost Putin fought dirty. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I got them mixed up. I don't know how y'all eat them corned beef. How you not eat the corned beef sandwiches, bro? I got the one with the sour cream, Swiss, onion roll. You crazy, bro. How can't you not? You can get it in Turkey. I forgot what they call that, Lou's Deli. They call it that Lou's and bread basket, man. Livonia was the only spot I like to go because the one on Greenfield, garbage. And they kind of got nasty too. So I really just mess with Lou's right now. That 52. So I don't know how you don't eat corned beef sandwiches. You from the D. See, Benjamin Foe from Novi. That's the issue. Benjamin Foe ain't from the hood. He like from the suburbs or some stuff. He kind of like Lefty's cheesesteak. And I ain't got nothing against Lefty. Lefty's pretty good. I didn't know they put one on Evergreen in Southfield. Personally, I didn't know that. I just drove by today. I'm like, oh, it's a Lefty. And it was a Lefty's. When I went to pick my girl up at the airport, it was one out there on, was it Wick or Merriman? I think it was Merriman Road. I'm like, dang, these lefties popping up all over the place. Shout out to lefties, though. But, let me know who y'all think win, Crawford or Brook. If Brook win, sheesh. Brook probably a heavy favorite. I can look that up. Let me see. Brook probably a plus 1,000. Brook probably a plus 1,000. Hold up. Let me see. We just look what FanDuel got it. So, sheesh. I undersold it plus 1,000. Kell Brook is a plus 1,300 by points, a plus 1,300 by KO TKO. Now, of course, you don't know what these numbers mean. I will explain it to you. He's a plus. Hold on. He's a plus. I guess a typo, but I think he's a plus 74, $740 to win. Crawford is a negative $1,450. A draw is $2,600. So let me explain this. Anytime there's a negative, that means whatever behind the negative That's how much it mean to win 100. So for Crawford, you got to bet $1,450 to profit off 100. Anytime you see a plus, like a plus 2,600, every 100 you bet, you profit $2,600. So if you think Brook gonna win by points to KO, you put $100 up, you win $1,300. If you bet Crawford by KO or TKO, you gotta bet 210 to profit to flip it into 100 profit. If you like Crawford by points, that's plus 260. So every 100 you bet, you profit off of $260. So if you like any of these odds, which I don't like none of them Crawford odds. Look here, man, I don't like none of the odds, to be honest. But I mean, if you're trying to make a quick flip and you believe it, there you go. But it should be a good fight. I mean, I think Crawford just got better hands, better feet, longer arms, but Kell Brook ain't really never impressed me. He impressed me versus Sean Porter, but Carson Jones, Eddie Hearn said he didn't train for the first fight. Mark DeLuca, he didn't impress me for that one. I mean, the Golovkin fight, he impressed me. I mean, I think the Errol Spence fight, I picked him to win that fight. He impressed me in that fight. He just ran out of gas. You know, if he had that same stamina he had, he probably beat Errol Spence. But, you know, he was hitting Errol Spence with some good shots. The difference was Errol Spence just was a dog. He just had too much stamina. He just was a dog. And Errol Spence a marksman. He might be the most accurate puncher in this division. He a marksman. Once he punch, he gonna land. Appreciate Mad Dog. Hey, salute. What round you think Terrence stopped and killed? I'd probably say 8. 8 been my lucky number. I called that for Mel and Rosario. Shout out to John Doe. Marion says they're going to move the goalpost of Crawford watch Brook. I mean, yeah, he fighting these meaningless fights. It ain't his fault. It's just politics. So if you think about getting your son in boxing, it's politics. Politics go farther than skill in boxing today. I mean, it's always been like that. Marciano wasn't the most skilled fighter, but politics took him a long way. You know, if you got politics behind you, you go a long way. If you don't got politics behind you, you can be the most skilled fighter. If you can't punch, you might as well don't even pursue boxing. But that's how they're going to do. But at the end of the day, my whole thing is my Devin Haney comment. He said the tank, they want to do everything but fight. Why Errol Spence just can't fight? I mean, before the accident, he could just fight him. You know, like I said about Deontay Wilder, Dillian White, Luis Ortiz, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, they all could have fought each other 3 times and everybody were retired rich, or at least rich, mostly wealthy. You know, when you look at Hagler, Hearns, Duran, Leonard, right? I mean, Duran beat Leonard. Hearns stopped Duran. Ryan Barkley beat Hearns. You know, Duran went all, 12-15 with Hagler. Hearns and Hagler might have produced the greatest fight in boxing history. You know, Leonard beat Hagler. I mean, who cares? Honestly, nobody cares. Duran quit, and that's a footnote in his legacy. A lot of people consider Duran one of the 5 best fighters. I think he started at 26, 30, 35, jumped up to 47. He beat Duran Barkley when Tommy hurt. I mean, you know, he quit. And these dudes scared about talking about taking a loss. Had those guys all fought each other, you know, Deontay would have retired with hundreds of millions. Ortiz would have retired with hundreds of millions. AJ, Fury, Dillian White. It would have single-handedly brought the heavyweight title back easily. I mean, you could throw Vladimir Klitschko in there if you still wanted to fight. So you're looking at Terrence Crawford, and he just came in the division a couple years ago. You're just looking at Earl, Sean, Keith, and Danny. They all should have fought each other 2 or 3 times by now and be at other weight classes. But this is what they want to do. They looking at, losing their O. What's losing your O compared to quitting? As long as you don't quit, everybody going to respect you. Errol Spence could have left the welterweight division with being $100 million there. He could have fought him and Crawford could have fought 2 times. Him and Keith could have fought 2 times. Him and Sean could have fought twice. Him and Danny could have fought twice. He would have retired. He would have made more money, in that short span. That's his fault. It ain't that his decision. It's just that, you got Al in your ear. He done got you to a title. He done got you to 2 titles. You got Al in your ear. And you listening to him. And you listen to Al Haymon. Really, you think you winning financially, but honestly, you losing financially. Keith Thurman could have made the money. Sean could have made the money. Earl could have made. They don't even have to worry about Terrence Crawford. They would have made the money and left. Like Kell Brook, he should have fought, I'm about to say Carlos Vargas, Jesse Vargas, and then he could have dropped the IBF belt and turned around and fought Manny Pacquiao. He would have had more money in his bank account than he do today. You listen to Eddie Hearn, Al Haymon, Barry Hearn, Kathy Duva. You listen to these dudes, and they ain't never threw a punch in their life. Matter of fact, outside of Bob Arum and Oscar and I can't include Oscar, ain't none of these dudes made a star. Ain't none of these dudes made a star. You listen to a guy who never made a star. He didn't make Floyd Mayweather. If Floyd Mayweather didn't have Bob Arum, there would be no money Mayweather. That's a fact. Oscar De La Hoya he made Mayweather a star. People don't want to admit to that, but he did. He made Mayweather a star. He did. That's just the facts. So he made Mayweather a star. So, outside of Oscar and Bob, ain't nobody else in boxing made a star. So, these dudes, Earl Spence, 30 years old, he still don't have a defining fight. He could have fought Keith Thurman 5,000 times by now. And I think the fight would have been so good, we all would have watched it each 5,000 times. But he listening to Al, and Pacquiao still ain't on the plate. He talking to Crawford. He talking to Manny Pacquiao. Crazy. I got more experience watching at least knowing boxing than a lot of these dudes do. Al Haymon brother fought Sugar Ray Leonard. He said, I wonder what the viewership would be on this fight. It'd probably be, I think it'd be higher than Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. Because I think Terrence Crawford, every time he fight, you don't get no dull fight. He said, I hear someone say Errol Spence welterweight champion. He's a title holder. He's no champion. He's a title holder. Like the rest, only champion in boxing, in my opinion. I can't even say who you are. Only champion is, to me, I think the lineal title holders is the real champions. The lineals, in my opinion, Jermell Charlo. I think Tyson Fury. I don't care what y'all say about AJ. He gonna whitewash AJ. Breedish. I don't care what the title say. Better BF. Y'all can hate all y'all want to. Y'all been hating on Better BF his whole career. He probably one of the 5 most exciting fighters in boxing. And then Teofimo Lopez. So, those the real champions in boxing, in my opinion. Texas boys sure do have pride, man. Yeah, they got pride. Earl Spence don't have no pride. He ain't the same as Jermell. Jermell, the realest dude in Texas as far as fighters. He'll fight you anytime, any place, anywhere. Now the rest of them, I can give his brother a pass because he's gonna fight Canelo next year. He must have knew something. So the Charlo twins will fight you. You want that smoke outside the ring, inside the ring, on the barbecue grill. You want green eggs and hams on Mars, and they'll fight you wherever. They can say, well, they could be mad at me all you want to, but I gave them plenty props throughout their career. But everybody just want to focus on the negative. I'm like the only publication that got Jermell in the pound for pound list. He deserved it. Yeah, better BF is a problem. I got to see that man fight. We called your boy a pussycat. He said patience. We've been patient with Earl Spence for how long? Sure, we've been patient. He could have fought Keith Thurman and moved on. Let's move on. We spent 34 minutes. I ain't supposed to be on here that long. All right, we had y'all boy, y'all miss Devin Haney fight Records Gamboa this weekend. I did watch it. I was going to watch the Luis Ortiz fight. I watched a couple undercards. Frank Sanchez looked a little bit more offensive. But by the time I went upstairs and came back downstairs, Ortiz had got the knockout. And I went upstairs to I don't know what. I came to grab something upstairs. I came to grab my little mini air conditioner, that little Arctic thing where you freeze the filter, and it was already a knockout. So, I mean, I can't speak on that, but Devin Haney, you better get rid of his daddy. Now, I like Bill. I'll just being honest in my future voice. What's happening to him? He getting all the work in the gym from McCallum and whoever else he working with. When you get to the fight, the daddy being the voice in the corner. Look, the boy don't know how to sit on his shots. He know how to fight backwards, side to side, but he don't know how to go forward. You know, you see him. You know, he either thinking about. I'm telling you, this is a fact. He thinking about moving before he punch. So when he punch, he already in his mind moving. A lot of times when he punch, it's just second nature to move. That's all that is. Like he don't have the confidence to sit down, plant, and drive and punch through the target. See, what he do is, even if it's up here, he's sitting down, he not committing to the punch. He not committing to that shot. And that's the problem. He don't know how to punch. It doesn't mean that he doesn't have power. He just don't sit down. He don't sit down on that shot. And that's the problem. You know, he don't know how to sit down. Even when you watch him punch, he be on the boss's toes while he supposed to be sitting down on the shot. And I just think he still got the amateur style. You know, he had his way with Gamboa, but he couldn't put him away because he don't know how to. He just the black version of Caleb Plant. Even though Caleb Plant, he has aggression in spurts. Devin Haney, the opposite of Devin Haney is aggression. The opposite of aggression is Devin Haney. He don't have no aggression in this game. None. For a guy that talked the most he don't have no aggression. So you ain't got to worry about him hurting you. But he can't outbox you though. But he don't know. He don't have, even though it may be he got knocked out in the gym. He can't take no punch. I don't know what it is. But he be moving in his mind before he even punch. He remind you of like Aang from the Avatar, the Last Airbender. Aang won everything but confrontation. If Devin Haney mouth matches his style, he'd beat Joe Frazier, somebody like that. Columbus Mark. So he said it was a shot to the shoulder, fluke by Ortiz. I ain't watched it. Haney has an Olympic boxer's mentality. Yeah, he's Zook Shimon. He's Zook Shimon on steroids. But that's up to his daddy to fix. But these daddies in boxing, they ain't gonna never do what's best for their child. It's ego involved. Devin Haney, daddy, it ain't good enough for him to be the manager and be the mouthpiece. He want to be in the corner like he got all the experience. McCullum, Floyd Sr., Floyd Jr., he ain't going to do nothing but get his son beat. That's it. You know, if you care about your son, which Kenny Porter don't, he don't care. He don't care. These dudes don't. These daddies just want to be at the forefront. It's as simple as that. Me personally, you do what's best for your son. You know, Roy Jones, you know, he got rid of Roy Jones Sr. You know, Roy Jones Jr. Sr. didn't want him to fight nobody. He was moving him like a snail. Roy Jones got rid of his daddy. He just started beating on everybody. His daddy didn't speak to him for a long. I don't even know if they still speaking. Ain't speak to him for a long time. You know, he a man now. Devin Haney a man. But he ain't gonna make that decision. Loyalty to the wrong person and to the wrong people can be your demise. But then again, if he go out there and get knocked out, him and his daddy millionaires regardless. He got $2 million to fight Saturday night. He's a millionaire. And his daddy seemed to be a very, very bright guy. So whatever they brought home last night, 1.1 million in a quarter, his daddy probably gonna flip that to $3 or $4 billion. Not to say Bill ain't no bright guy. He's a very intelligent guy, very good guy. I ain't got no problem with Bill. But he want his son to succeed, he'd get the hell out the way. And let McCullum do what he's supposed to do. You can't have no voice in camp and then get to the fight and has a different voice in the corner. Let McCullum teach this kid. Let him teach him. And then after a while, he get what McCullum gave him. He can pretty much teach himself in the corner. He can coach himself. Good fighter. But he regressed last night. So I don't know if he can't take a punch or it's confidence or it's just lack of knowledge. I don't know what it is. So I can't speak if he's scared to get hit. I can't speak if it's, just lack of knowledge, or I can't speak if it's lack of confidence. I ain't in the camp. Like him. Could he beat Teofimo Lopez with that style? Yeah, he can outpoint him. He got long arms, good feet. He can still outpoint him. But just Teofimo Lopez got a pro style. He said he's still green, Mark. Also keeps the mouth open when he goes inside. Yeah. Devin got an amateur style and talk about KOs and didn't get it, yup. He wanted it, just couldn't get it. He said Thurman Mikey for the Super W. I know Mikey gonna fight Pacquiao probably. So, I love to see the kid do good. I wish he was just as confident in the ring as he is outside. And maybe it's just, I don't know what it is. You want to see the kid go for the knockout. But we'll see. We will see what the kid does moving forward. But hopefully they look at that film. And they're honest with each other. A lot of these fighters look at the film and they ain't honest with each other. But that is what it is. So you think about it. You think about it. Who should be fighting in the division next? Who should fight? You hear, Ryan Garcia. You see Ryan Garcia. Teofimo Lopez. Teo ain't got to fight nobody. He ain't got nothing to prove. Tank, Burchett, right around there. He ain't got nothing to prove. Teofimo Lopez can lead a division and still be a Hall of Famer. He unified four major belts. Politics, skill, luck, divine intervention, all is ingredients to make that happen. So, if I'm Teofimo Lopez, I ain't about to fight no Devin Haney for what? What I get for beating Devin Haney? I don't even get clout. He beat Devin Haney. Who did Devin Haney beat? Nobody. They hop to the next superstar. He beat Ryan Garcia. If he beat Luke Campbell, that's more credible win than Devin Haney. Because Ryan Garcia gonna bring fans. You know what I'm saying? Tank gonna bring beating Tank and seeing Mayweather cry. Mayweather would never put Tank in there with Teofimo Lopez. That man was in there struggling. He was struggling to do the breaststroke versus Leo Santa Cruz. Let's keep it real. C-Dub, salute. He was struggling versus Leo Santa Cruz. Now, Leo Santa Cruz and Teo, two different fighters. I will say that. But you think Mayweather, who was nervous before the 6th round, is going to let Tank ever fight Teofimo Lopez? And when you look at Tank, he may never have a litter of fighters to be on top. Think about the last great fighters to come, or good fighters to come through lightweight. Miguel Vasquez, Rios, Gamboa, Crawford, Ray Beltran, Ricky Burns, Adrian Broner, Ricardo Abreu. Miguel Vasquez, Mikey Garcia, Easter Comey, Shavakov. It ain't been a lot of pay-per-view stars at welterweight. It ain't been a lot of building blocks at lightweight and super featherweight to get to a pay-per-view star. So he could have fought Lomachenko and been immortalized forever. He could fight Teofimo Lopez and be undisputed. Look here. If he ain't gonna fight for undisputed, Tank ain't gonna fight no. Tank will never be a pay-per-view star. You name me how many pay-per-view stars is far at 26, 30, and 35. How many pay-per-view stars have fought there? When I say pay-per-view star, million buys at least. Seriously. How many pay-per-view stars have fought at those weight classes? Come on. Think about these dudes struggling with Gamboa and Crawford fought and win. Think about this. Crawford still got the best performance versus Gamboa. Crawford still got the best performance. I got some news for y'all. Look, Crawford still did better versus Gamboa in his prime than Tank fighting the old Gamboa. All that. He fought Gamboa in 2014. 2006 years ago, 5 years ago, these dudes still struggling from him. C-Dub salute. Come on. Oh man, here comes the Tank. Hey, the man putting on shows, not booms. Putting on shows, man. He putting on shows, okay. But versus who? Who? This dude scared to fight Gary Russell, man. He won't fight Loma. He won't fight Burchett. He won't. Man, come on, man. That dude was losing to Leo Santa Cruz, dog. Leo Santa Cruz getting no respect from me before. He don't get no respect from me still. Mayweather was scared to death when he's fighting Leo Santa Cruz. Leo couldn't crack an egg on Easter Sunday, on Palm Sunday either, or any other week of the year. He said Tank swells and Brook. He light skinned very easily. T.O. maybe. Man, he'll never fight Teofimo Lopez. Never. Tank ain't gonna make it above. He might make it to 140. Tank gonna be a ducker his whole career, bro. This dude they was worried about Leo Santa Cruz, bro. I think Tevin Farmer would have put on a similar performance, bro. Tank sleep T.O. He said Tank sleeps T.O. Loma turned it on. And man, you might be right. Could be right. I can see him doing that, but I can't see him do it because he won't take the fight. Y'all fans, and we be having more faith in. I'm guilty of this too. We have more faith in the fighters than the fighters have in themselves. I mean, I wish half the fighters that see Dub like. I wish half the fighters that see Dub had the confidence that he had in them. See Dub, he believe it. He believe in the fighters when they don't believe in themselves. Tank beat 126 guys and was down 3-2. Man, that's how I had it. Dude was losing to Leo Santa Cruz, bro. Sharmark, he said, I wonder why PBC was using last year's footage of Earl doing pad work, but not from this year's. Or maybe they ain't allowed nobody to see him, so they can't see no weaknesses. That's probably why. They could have used Eddie setback footage if he had Earl hitting the pad. So I think they don't want them to see what he's doing, what he's looking like. I wouldn't be surprised if that fight was canceled or pushed back again. Because Canelo supposed to be fighting December 19th for 26 in the same venue, possibly, or the Alamo Dome. So I think he won't see. I don't think Earl gonna fight in December. No inside information, just a hunch. He said Tank really don't take boxing serious. Dude was back in the club he was back in the gym the following weekend too. So dude does the Haney that fought Saturday night beat Gary Russell. I mean, yeah. I don't know, man. Maybe I just can't see Gary Russell fighting that lightweight. 3-2, 3-1. Don't he not? Man, he posed to. Leo Santa Cruz can't crack an egg. You acting like he went out there and beat up on Burchett or somebody. Come on. There's no credit for me for that fight. Fair enough. That makes sense. I mean, yeah. I mean, I remember this, man. Most Cowboy and Bill fans remember this. And I remember they was watching. I think it was Jimmy Johnson was watching footage of the Bills' open workout practice, whatever it was, and they showed the shovel pass, right? So they were supposed to debut this shovel pass, and shovel pass wasn't popular back then. I think Jimmy Johnson and Dallas Cowboys was watching the workout, and they peeped the shovel pass. So when the Bills did the shovel pass, they was prepared for it. So if the Bills never showed the shovel pass in an open workout, then maybe the Cowboys would have never seen it coming. So you always hide your hand. Spades, whatever, I declare war, you always hide your hand. Always. Key versus Spence, Key versus Crawford. I like them both. People act like Keith Thurman died. He barely lost a pack. I had to win it. Kobe 2K, y'all can ask questions now. He said, you think Gary could beat Burchetta Tank? I like both of them over Gary Russell. I think he beat Tevin. I mean, yeah, I think he struggled with Lito. Oh, Earl wins versus Danny, but there's a huge money on Garcia. Yeah, you look at somebody that just went through the car window or whatever, or the roof. Yeah. Derek James said he ain't see no flaws and no weaknesses. So, but yeah, man, let's talk about Al for a minute. Al is gonna get Canelo, possibly Crawford. Question is Al gonna really make some shape? Al let these fighters do what they want to do. You know, he let these dudes do what they want to do. He gonna have, and Canelo he's taking the initiative. Excuse me. He's taking initiative to fight Caleb Plant next. Excuse me, but all these other fighters, you know, Al let them do what they want to do. So hopefully, with Al having all the fighters, Canelo, possibly Crawford coming, hopefully he let these dudes fight the guys who they want to fight. It ain't about promotional companies and management. Al Haymon let his fighters do whatever they want to do. If they want to fight Ross Salka, they can fight Ross Salka. It's rare that they want to fight each other. He said Gary Russell already beat the 30-pound champ, so yeah, he beat JoJo Diaz. Yeah, Diaz was easy for. I mean, I don't know about easy. Because Diaz was hurting Gary Russell with them body shots. Diaz was just drained. I think that fight would be totally different at 130. Just my opinion. If Spence versus Crawford isn't next, then Thurman should be Crawford's next fight ideally. I mean, yeah. But Crawford don't want to fight neither one. I mean, Thurman don't want to fight neither one of them. I heard Thurman fight Ugas next. That's what Al want. But Thurman don't want to fight Spence. So if Thurman gets Crawford's belt, that will force Earl to fight him. Yeah, he don't want the belt. He about to fight for a regular belt with Ugas. So he said Diaz was hurt. Yeah, he was hurting Gary Russell. I like Gary Russell, but I don't really see what's so marvelous about him. That's my opinion on it, but he can fight. At 26, it looked like that's the ceiling for him. No. But we'll see. What if he go up to 30, 35 and show a different skill set? He talk a good game. He do. He said, I like JoJo. Yeah, I like JoJo Diaz. He ain't promoted the right way. Oscar De La Hoya treat him like a stepchild. Come here, boy. Didn't I tell you to get back down to that basement? JoJo and Burchetta, good squad. But yeah, I take that all day. I'm picking JoJo Diaz, low-key. Well, I'll be rooting for JoJo. Honestly, Devin Haney might be the most overrated fighter to boxing today. Well, overrated fighter today. Jesus, he only 21 years old. You talking about overrated? You talking about Golovkin, Leo Santa Cruz, Gervonta Davis. Sheesh. You can put Demetrius Andrade in there, in some people's opinion. I say that's my opinion. Usyk, Luis Nery, Ray Vargas. Jose Ramirez, Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko. Boy, that's. I mean, can a 21? Oh, yeah, I guess he could be overrated. Somebody said that they read Mike Tyson autobiography and said he used them Pacquiao pellets. Anybody read it? Al Haymon snatched up Canelo hour running it now. We will see all the fights we really wanted. Charlo Benavidez playing Canelo can't be. Yeah, he wanted. Yeah, he want to fight them. I might pull up to that one. If I can. Yes, he's young, but he's overrated. Ryan Garcia better. Ryan Garcia ain't better than him. Smoking crack. What if Ryan Garcia go to sleep versus Luke Campbell? WC credit. Yeah, I'm about to talk about that. I forgot. Glad you brought that up. Rolly the most. Oh man, you ain't lying, bro. Like he talking about Devin Haney. It's a long line of overrated fights before you get to Devin Haney. Rolly versus Haney will be next. Man, Rolly gonna get the. He gonna stop Rolly. I'll put money. He stop Rolly. I just want to Rolly in the. He gonna stop Rolly. He said no guy rates Rolly. He trash. No, all these dudes is out here rating Rolly. He said the Patriots just being. I ain't surprised. Joe Flacco playing any. Joe Flacco, though, man. I was gonna bet on the Jets too, bro. Yeah, Cam Newton will never get a job. He'll never get a job again. Jesus. God, I ain't surprised. He said Rolly versus Tank for the WBO. So man, Rolly gonna be deceased. What you say about Mike? You talking about Mike on Sports, man? I'd do a collab with Mike on Sports. That'd be good. Me and Mike should do a show once a week. That'd be nice. Once on his channel, once on mine. I like Mike. Me, him, Bushido, Lion Killer. That'd be dope. I mess with Mike. Mike's solid. And tell Mike, don't forget, if I get my hands on the PS5, tell Mike we gonna bet that money on Madden. Now I ain't nothing at this, man, but I can practice. I ain't just had time to practice. But I'm down for the Call of Duty. I'm down for the Tekken. I'm down for Streets of Rage. I'm down for whatever. I don't play 2K no more, bro. So I bet, but I ain't nothing in 2K. I suck in 2K. I was going to bet the under. He said Mike. Oh, they said he was on steroids. I mean, on Iowa. Somebody said he read this book and he admitted to being on the Pacquiao pellets. I ain't read it. No strippers. Nah, no strippers. I'm based 93. No strippers. But yeah, boy sent me this. So hold on, wait a minute. I'm about to start a channel for Mason Miles. Man, these dog channels getting too much money. I'm about to get me a 4K camera. So y'all gonna subscribe to Mason and Miles channel. Zapato could be in on it too. Everybody likes Zapato. He feel like a little stuffed animal. So he says that the WBC coming out with a new weight class. It's called the Bridger, would be the name, and the limit will be 224. Deontay Wilder about to be the WBC Bridger weight champion of the world. So congratulations. Should Haney Linares be next? Haney not ready. Yeah. I don't know. Linares suck. He old. I don't say he's just old. He ducked Linares already. Now I see why I was shot to Terrence. I like to see it. He should be able to beat Linares, but shit, he couldn't stop an old Gamboa. Well, that's what somebody said they read his book. I don't know. Maybe I have to get in the read. People got their different interpretation. Brook has a chance. Yeah, anybody that's on this level got a chance. Brook's still a top 8 welterweight. Let's go through the list. Come on, Alex. We're gonna bring Alex back from Jeopardy. Rest in power to him, Alex Trebek. So let's talk about it. You got Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, that's 2. Keith Thurman, 3. You got Sean 4, Danny Garcia 5. Not saying no orders. That's 5 right there. And then you got Ugas, that's 6. You might be right. Anybody I miss? Anybody I miss? Hold on. He might be right. He might be right. Because Josh Kelly ain't nothing. You got Virgil Ortiz, maybe 7. You got Ennis. You got Rashidi Ellis. You got Mikey Garcia. You got Lippincott. You got Custio Clayton. You got Jamal James. So I don't know. Kyle Velasquez still in there. Maurice Hooker in there. I mean, Alvarez in there. I mean, man, no. I don't know. I mean, subjective. Ortiz versus Ennis. Ortiz next to Ennis. Yeah, I like Ennis. Ortiz, I ain't sold. I think he's a good fighter. I think he'd be a world champion. But maybe he beat Ennis. Who knows? But it comes time to end this. GCGB, salute. And the boy, Blue Blood Boy TV. And I'm back with another one. I went to the question. Let me leave him alone, bro. Let me leave him alone, man. Yo, King is here. They tied if Ryan beat him. Skill for skill, man. Yeah, skill for skill. Yeah, Ryan beat Luke Campbell. That's better than anything Devin Haney done. But yeah, me get out here. Appreciate y'all, everybody watching. Got another question. Hold on. Baby mama boy, man. I'ma forever keep that clip. That clip will never get old. That clip gonna be every cell phone I got to I'm off this earth. But I appreciate y'all. Share the video. Shout out to everybody on Sportscaster. Don't forget, check out our Sportscaster at literally the @ Goodfellas Sports. Check us out on YouTube, Goodfellas Sports TV and Goodfellas Sports TV 2.0. He was like, don't be looking at my grill and shit. That was funny, bro. That clip gonna forever make my day. Let me get out of here and eat my corned beef sandwiches. Benjamin Foe hating on my corned beef sandwich. Jamel, salute. Let me get out here. Appreciate y'all, man. We gone.